Okay, I think we're live now, guys. All right, hi everyone.
Hi.
Uh,
Hey,
hey, hey, um, yeah, it's been what? I think the last time we went live was in November.
yeah, it was a while.
Yeah,
Oh,
so yeah, it was in November. So November, December,
yeah,
February. Yeah, it's almost 3 months that we have not. We kept in touch, of course. We do
yeah.
have our chat group in Instagram
Hmm.
and things like that. But other than that, being alive, being
Obviously.
live on stream like this, it has been 3 months. So I'm glad everybody's doing well. We're just talking about how we were doing the past 3 months. And is there anything that new that you guys want to share that happened in the 3 months? In your collective, not personal,
No.
collective. In your collection, add anything to your collection or
No, we
rid of
kind of
something?
we kind of tried to commit to like
Yeah.
backing off for the next year. Like so, 3 months into that, she's bought a few things, but we're not buying anything. I can't get her to quit buying stuff, even though we're supposed to.
Well, I mean, it's scaled way back.
Yeah, it's scaled way back.
I've only
yeah.
got 2 books
Yeah, she got a
this
couple.
year.
I thought it was like three, but
No, it's just two.
two. Okay, yeah, she got a couple really cool things. I don't mind a little something
And they're
every once in a
deals,
while.
like-
Yeah, like uh, half the cost of something. She got a book for like half of what it should go for, what we'd have to spend for them, stuff like that every once in a while. But nothing major. I don't think we're going to buy anything really nice for maybe the next 9-10 months or so, and we're trying to back off of that. But we started binging One Piece, the anime. Uh,
You guys in trouble.
yeah, we it's 1,000 something episodes,
It's
and
over 1,000. Like
yeah,
I was like 1,200 episodes.
so we get like off of work, we get out of work, and man, we just start like we get some food, and then we'd start binging that, and we stay up to like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning watching One Piece, and we watch like 12 episodes a day and stuff, and cranked it out. And we've been doing that for the last couple of months.
What's funny is we both ended up having like a week off work.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we
All we
did.
did is watch One Piece. It's like, man, I feel like a loser, but
Like just
yeah, that's how
taking a
it's
day
that's how
off
we
from
spent-
like work
Man,
to
we
watch
vacation and we
cartoons.
spent it watching One Piece every day, all day.
What's
That's
up,
all
little
we-
cat man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying. One Piece. I heard so much good things about it, but
Yeah.
I did not want to commit to like season. Well, what season is it? Like 10,
20?
12,
20 something.
I think it's
like-
getting to the
20
21st.
something.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
no,
20
no, no.
seasons. Yeah,
No.
1,000. One.
It's almost 1,200. It's like
almost
1,098
yeah, one.
or something.
Yeah, it's almost 1,200 episodes. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. I can't. I would not commit to anything that I. But if once I did, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, same
Nothing
here.
will get done because I need to catch up. You know.
Yeah.
No.
That's what we did.
So anything with you, Ron? Besides work, anything in your comic book collection you added?
I think I bought one comic book this year. That's it. I bought.
Oh, you bought something.
Yeah, I bought the this Venomized Black Widow cover.
Oh,
See
Okay.
that?
that's
It came out this year, and then last year I only bought like a dozen books. So yeah, I've cut back too.
Our cover.
Wait, that book that
Yeah,
you just got, isn't that the new character? The Venom possesses
love it.
Black Widow?
It's on the chair.
I think it is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
I
heard
don't,
some- I
I
heard-
don't care. All I care about is cover art.
That seems to be the way it was collect. A lot of people have collected. It was just more for cover buy because a lot of the story was crap. There's nothing excitement is happening. You know, and everybody was just buying due to cover art, and it's down my alley, so I had no problem. But now recently, I noticed that there's a kind of switch in the collective way of people are actually buying to read more now. The Ultimate Spider-Man has just released. Everybody's saying was good. Some people saying, man, I read it, and to me, it was nothing really special. But I just like the whole new twist of how the storyline is going, like how Peter Parker's dad is still alive. and
Yeah.
haven't read the issue 2, but I thought the issue 1 was a good introduction to something new. Probably this is what everybody wanted. What if Peter Parker's dad was still alive? So I'm kind of curious to see where this story leads. But other than that, I think there's nothing really exciting happening within the comic book world. There's a lot of dramas that's happening.
No.
You guys want to talk about drama? You know, since I'm not, you're not into grading, Ron, but I do have significant, amount of comic book that I have submitted and bought, through CGC.
Wow, you're still doing that, huh?
I haven't done it for the past, I think almost coming to a year now. I haven't submitted anything to CGC. I think the last time I submitted was last year, Emerald City Comic Con, which I had Humberto Ramos and David Mack to do a little, sketch and sign the books. But yeah, there's a whole ordeal where the CGC slab was easy to break in, and people. There was one seller on eBay. He slipped a different type of or different grade of the same book in a 9.8. So what happened was, long story short, someone in IG, I think he's called 9.9 Newsstand Collectors, and he does a lot of live stream on Instagram, but he's been following this one book, which happens to be ASM 252 in the newsstand, but it was a Mark Jeweler. So so on the same serial number on the CGC, he realized that the one that was sold for a certain amount of money, that he hit all-time record, but there was a realize that it's not the same book that it was, just somehow it's not the same book that was originally graded and to the one that was sold. So that kind of had the whole snowball effect where this one seller was switching out books and realized that CGC cases was so easy to manipulate with, easy to take the book out like that.
So you're saying he's swapping out the labels? Is that what you're saying?
No, not the label. He was swapping out the book. So he would he would buy a 9. I don't know how would you do it, but it's like you would get a 9.8, put in an 8.5, resubmit for reslab to CGC saying, "Hey guys, you missed something. It's supposed to be Mark Jeweler, but there was nothing." So CGC, I don't know how they missed it, but just somehow they said, "Oh, okay." They just reslabbed it and give it a new, with the 9.8 grade, But the book itself was probably from a 9.2 or 8.5. And the seller who manipulated still got that copy of the 9.8, and he can resubmit that to CGC and get another, a 9.6 or 9.8, whatever we call it. So anyway, so all that ordeal was happening. So going back to my grading is that ever since then, I don't want to send any books to any grading, because I like to have my collection uniform. So sending my books to CBCS, it will be kind of going against my collective way, because I want everything to be CGC, since that's how I started. Yeah, crazy. A lot of people saying that CGC labels are better, so they go with CGC. But for me, it's like I started with CGC, and I don't want to mix that with CBCS. I don't know why. It's just my own OCD in me that saying, stick with CGC.
Yeah.
Same here.
It is like aesthetically, like it just looks better to have everything more uniform. We're kind of the same way. Like,
so
just to get a CBCS box and just throw those in there, but
yeah, just somehow I don't want to mix my CBCS with my. I only got one CBCS, and because I got it as a deal, so I couldn't resist. But that is somewhere in this drawer in the back here. But everything else you see in the back is all CGC. I'm not saying that
I have about 60% CBCS and 40% CGC. And I'm
Yeah, because
dying to
most
mix it up and add in a PGX. I'm just waiting for one on eBay.
well, but
Yeah.
a lot of people saying that they use CBCS is due to their own personal collection.
Mhm.
For
That's
me,
For me.
half of my collection is to hoping that it will grow in value, which is fucking right now is everything hitting shit. Is so, but anyway, so that was the reason why I went with CGC.
But what happened to this guy that you're telling me about? The one who
Well,
swapped out the book?
so he got called out. So his eBay account got eliminated, and
Mm.
yeah, and right now from the latest, well, it wasn't latest, about a month ago, that CGC has filed for civil lawsuit against this person and the person that they're associated. I don't know if it was a girlfriend or I don't know the whole details, so I don't want to go into things that I'm not too sure of. But all I know is that CGC did file for lawsuit against one individual and his accomplice.
So how would you characterize that? Is that considered a scam? Is it fraud, or is it just
Fraud.
you know? Is
Oh,
it
well, I
fraud?
think it's pretty much of everything. It's a
Yeah.
market manipulation. It's fraud. It's scam. You
Mhm.
know, it's taking money from others that is you selling. So what? Yeah, it's called fraud, right? But you,
So I don't understand why these people that do that, they seem to just kind of get off with a slap on the wrist and they get fined or something. Why don't these people go to prison for fraud and for like, because these books are expensive, man. If you have like a Hulk 181 and a 9.8, that's a $30,000 book. Or what? It's actually a lot more than that, isn't it? It's like 60 now or something. Yeah.
I don't know what this
It's a lot. But like, I mean, these Hulk 181s they're thousands of dollars. So if you're like scamming people for thousands of dollars, why wouldn't you get like prosecuted for like prison time? For fraud.
I don't know. If I was the ruler of that world, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they will go to prison. You know.
Yeah, they should go to jail. I don't care if they get fined. That doesn't do anything. They need to go
I-
to jail. They're robbing people.
Right. And at the same time, why didn't CGC catch all this? Why did they not re-examine the book to see if it was the same book?
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on behind the doors? But I think after this incident happened, I think the president of CGC was on one of the live like this type of podcast. I think it's called West Coast Avengers
Hmm.
channels, along with the person who actually started this snowball effect is 9.9 Newsstand.
Hmm.
They got the president of CGC come in and ask. It was pre screen question, like, but anyway, one of the question was asked was like, was there anything within the company? And he right away they said no. And months later there was a civil lawsuit that CGC has put in, I don't know, as one of the employees that was doing this, was scamming or was taking books and putting it's all these things that was happening behind the closed door. So he got caught up on that as well. So I don't know.
So I don't see how CGC can win because they messed up too, actually. Right?
Well, and I think that's why they are reimbursing people who got scammed, like because of their part in this, which is, they were also
A failure to
defrauded,
protect
but
but they also failed to protect their
people
customers.
spent this money because of the CGC name and label, and like they did have a part in this as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's to a point where you expand your companies grow. I mean, you started with 50 employees, now you end up with 150. So I'm sure that overlooking everyone is not is not as like an eagle eye as like before.
Right.
But when you have someone within your company that is doing this type of thing,
Right.
I can understand a third party manipulating your case and taking it, and you have no control over it. But when you actually have someone within your company that was swapping books and taking books,
Right.
if one person do it, I'm not too sure. That kind of makes sense that how people get the book is not theirs, but somehow, you know, I
Yeah.
think Thoreau was one of the cases. Like he knew that there was a date stamp on it, but when he got it back, there was no date stamp. You know, so
Wow. Really?
yeah, you know, so there's a lot of things because there's no transparency when it comes to that company or any grading company. Like, what's the step and how it's been done? You know, it
And
so
you got to think about it. How much money do they have sitting there? Like, how many like millions of dollars of comic books they have running through there?
yeah.
Like, you think they would have that place protected like Fort Knox?
But we don't know what they do have, right? Like,
I know they got away with this for months. So it
Well,
doesn't
how's
matter
this
what they
one thing where now
they
it's
also
like,
got caught, so it's like,
Yeah, they got caught, but
yeah.
yeah,
But they got caught, but how's this one? You remember there was one story where this one person has submitted AF-15 and they got back saying that the page was split, it was detached cover, but the owner of that book was saying this book was never in this condition, but they got it back in that condition. So now kind of makes sense. Like, okay, are they really swapping this old, a 1.5 or 1.8 grade, and they get a 3.0 and they will swap it, and all they were saying is, hey, this is not the book we sent. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you know.
yeah.
But that's because there is no transparency. There's no documentation from they taking a package, getting the book out of the packages, submitting it into computer. I mean, there's nothing like that. It's like take our word, take our grade, or just don't, or shove it. It's just pretty much it in a nutshell. Like,
Yeah, and we had kind of a little argument thing about
Yeah.
about having like security camera systems set up and stuff like that, and she doesn't think it's feasible, but I don't see why it's
no,
not.
I think they already have cameras and everything, security set up. I don't think that just one change is going to stop, fraud. I think there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of unscrupulous people out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just think, okay, they're going to just find something else to try to.
Yeah, I think.
I don't think there's a simple solution. Is basically it. Like,
Yeah.
there are steps they need to take for sure, but it's not just like one thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. I used to enjoy the fact that I'm sending my books out and the anticipation of getting the 9.8 or what type of grade that would come in, and majority of the time I get disappointed because nothing is comes out as a 10 or 9.9. But I do take detailed photograph of all the books that I submit, so when I do get back I kind of do a comparison from the one that I got and with the one that I sent. And pretty much it's like 99% of the time, it's pretty much it makes it matches. But now with all this happening within the company and things, and how easy it is for them to manipulate the case to open and put in I don't want to send any books to CGC as of right now until they come out with a new, I guess, casing with a little bit more secured. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but until they come out with a new case, I'm not submitting anything in. So recently, I've been just buying everything raw right now because I haven't bought anything. Well, maybe I bought one or two CGC, but it's not a big book. It was just more a cover buy type of books that I bought. But I don't know. But right now, I can't trust. I can't trust
Yeah.
any CGC right now. The grading.
What about people that are buying like like what about people that are buying like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 books here and there and stuff like that, and they want to get like a Hulk 181 or something like? I don't know how good I'd feel about buying that book right now.
Me
the thing
neither.
is, like, buying graded is still better than buying raw. Like,
Yeah,
unless you
but it
are
depends on
really
what you're
good
doing.
at
Yeah.
detecting for restoration,
but you can't do that on eBay. Like you have to buy it in person. Like you have to meet it with the dealer and look at that book and flip through it yourself in person. You can't determine that on eBay.
well, I mean, you can determine certain things
Certain
on
things, but I
eBay.
mean, you're a lot. Yeah, I mean, even if you know how to look for that, if they don't show you the right things or whatever, you don't have the freedom to like flip through every single page on that book and look at it.
Yeah,
So it's I wouldn't. There's no way I'd buy a raw book on eBay anymore.
I would.
You know, maybe it not.
I mean, I would just
thousands
maybe
of
not at
dollars.
that price point,
Like,
and
I'm
maybe
not-
yeah.
I
I
would.
mean, you can buy like a 5, 10, 15, maybe, you know, a $60 book on a
Yeah.
raw, a
I
modern.
wouldn't worry about modern too
Yeah.
much or anything like that. You know,
But-
but like the Bronze Age stuff and I don't know, man. I don't think I buy like a $1,200 to $1,500 book on eBay or online right now.
I think anything goes over 500 on eBay on a raw book, as to me, it's a
Yeah.
red flag for me. It's like, no, you know, I think you should wait.
Yeah.
One, it's not because I don't have the money, but I mean, still wait to a point where it's,
Right.
I don't know. Get it if you spend a few more $100 and get the one that grade in the grade, then you may be comfortable. And if you don't like that
Right.
casing, you know, crack it out. And as you know that you're getting something
Right.
that's not
Yeah,
restored.
Exactly.
So I mean,
Yeah.
all this ambiguity, you know, all these things, like I don't know if what is right, what is wrong, but all I know is I'm saving money. You know, I thank God, because Emerald City Comic Con is next week Sunday. Dan Parent and Chip Zdarsky is one of the guest members there, and I was thinking, oh shoot, Dan Parent. I got like a handful of Dan Parent books and the Archie's books that I want him to get signed, but do I really want him to? Do I really want to get that CGC or not? But I said, you know what? I decided I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't
take
think I'd worry about that too much. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. To me, I'll just take this backboard, have them do a little doodle, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
So it seems like there's two problems. Number one, there's no trust and confidence in CGC as a business. And number two, there are people that are gaming the system and kind of cheating, such that they're selling bogus graded books. So why even get involved in that anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when money's involved, I mean, people changes their whole perspective. It changes to a point where how can I squeeze another dollar from this buyer, and if they have to cheat their way, I'm sure they will do it. You know.
Yeah, and Lord Talman said that he buys he'll buy raw books from reputable dealers and stuff like that.
You know what, Alex? I'm gonna send you the link. So hope you get it.
I mean, even buying from reputable dealers, that is good.
That's legit, yeah.
But
yeah,
that's not foolproof. I mean, we've got stuff from Heritage before.
Yeah, we got some from Heritage before that was raw, and it ended up being restored, and we had to contact Heritage about it and stuff like that. So, but you know, if you're dealing with like Harley Yee or Bob's Firms, some of the guys that you're talking about, the guy's been in the business for years. You're in all likelihood probably pretty safe, and if not, they'll back it up for you.
Yeah.
If they sell you a book that's not restored, and it ends up being,
I mean, even Heritage, they
cover. Heritage made things right. They'll make it right for you anyway. But yeah, I'd be fine with that. But eBay, I don't think I would do that over, unless it's like I said, it's a reputable dealer on eBay. Then I would. Yeah, that's about it.
So I guess Alex is like us. He doesn't go to church either.
I guess not. I'm trying to find him in my thing, but I can't find him. Where are you?
What are you looking for?
Huh. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's frustrating because I want to get my books graded, but I can't trust. If I don't have 100% trust, there's nothing. I don't want to spend my money on something that. Well, I went to church today. Okay, Lord Tan, man, bless you, brother, bless you.
Oh man.
Give me a sec, guys. All right. I'm trying to send.
You want to show the?
Oh
we got back from CGC.
Yeah, we got our Cobra 19 back from CGC. I think we showed.
Oh.
It's a
Oh, hey, that's an awesome grade.
9.6, not bad.
There's only 198. We were hoping that maybe ours would get it.
Yeah, I didn't think it would get a
So-
9.8, but I was hoping for it. It had a shot at it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a huge shot.
But yeah,
But yeah, it's a pretty respectable grade for that, I think. Yeah, pretty
that's a cool
good.
book.
Yeah.
All right. Link sent. All right, so Alex has no excuse if he doesn't come in today. All right, guys. But yeah, it's crazy. What else is happening in the comic book world? I mean, CGC is one thing. I think that's the biggest thing, in my opinion, is for me is like I want to send my books in, but I just can't trust them or trust the casing to a point where get a new case, then you got me back in bolt. Until then, I'm not.
Yeah, you
I'm
get
not-
if they develop a new case, it sounds like it'll cost more.
I don't. It doesn't matter because now I'll be a little bit more. I won't grade everything. I will just grade the one that I don't know. You will say like a little bit more personal to me, like for my personal collection. And if I need to flip it, at least I'll know I'll get a value out of it. If that makes sense, like I will send my Wolverine 140, 145. Is that the one that he gets his animanium and well fuck, what's that freaking metal that he's
Adamantium.
yeah, adamantium bag. There was a Nabisco variant.
Right.
Something like that I would submit and
Right.
with the new casing so that it's personal, it's PC, but at the same time, if I need that money, I
Right.
know that I'll get a premium for it. So
Yeah.
yeah. Just to let you know, my wife's over here just videotaping every. It's like she's like with the camera right now. Let's
So
see.
make sure you're behaving.
She ran away. So what else is happening?
Well, they-
Emerald City's Comic Con is coming.
when
Yvonne,
is
Dan
that?
Karen is gonna be there.
When is Emerald City Comic Con? When is that?
Is this coming? It's actually this Thursday to Sunday.
Okay.
I need to get a commission from him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually I'm gonna give him one of these and say, can you just do a Betty and Veronica or anything that he can come up with just and have him sign and do a little sketch here.
That'd be
I don't
cool.
mind paying $100 for it. But just getting an original art of him, I think it's worth it. And I think I'll do the same with Chip Zdarsky. I got a sex criminal and in a trade back, so I'm gonna have him sign that and have
We've
him
got
do
a Chip Zdarsky head sketch of
Jughead.
Jughead, which is pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so I like that one. It's pretty cool. We got that a while back.
Well, I think I don't want him to do that and this. I think I'll give him and say,
Yeah.
can you do a Daredevil or
Yeah.
or something. I think
Yeah.
Daredevil is pretty much would be the one that I would have him do.
Yeah,
But yeah, kind of going cheap, and I got like about. I bought all this top loader because I heard that Beckett's going to be there. Beckett Grading Company for cards and things. So I got some Locarno cards along with some basketball and football. I think I'm submitting close to about 40 cards there. I think I'll do a video of the cards that I'll be submitting in for Beckett. I think that was pretty much it for me this coming weekend. Yvonne, was there something that you want me to get for you when I'm there for Dan Parent?
everything.
No, I want to meet him. Like he's one of the people that I want to meet, and I want to get a commission. So maybe eventually.
Okay. You
I
should.
think for her, it's the,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can have him do a doodle here and then send one to you. Put it in a Mylar if you want.
I might do that.
I
Yeah.
might, yeah, I
If
think I
you,
might
if
do
you
that.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
I'll think about you. I say, oh, can you do a Betty or can you do a Betty and Veronica? You know,
Yeah.
do you want it personalized, saying to Yvonne
I
or?
think she wants like Sabrina.
Sabrina, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sabrina. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
No guarantee. No, I won't promise you guys anything,
That'd be
but
cool,
I'll
yeah.
have him do because I know you are a huge fan of Dan
Yeah.
Parent along with
Oh
artists
yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Hang on, just got something from Alex.
From Alex.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? He's at church right now.
No. Let's see here.
He said, I'm at church right now, but I have you guys on the background. Let me give you guys a call this evening if you're free. Actually, I'm working tonight. I have a church to go to tonight, so Alex, so yeah, you can give me a call, but don't get your heart breaking if I don't answer because it's not like I'm screening your calls or anything. It's just that I'm working tonight. But I'll call you and I'm sure Joe will call you or text you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm texting him now. I'm texting him back now. Yeah.
Right.
Don't you just love this technology now? We can go live and text each other and
Yeah.
you remember those beepers? You guys have
Yeah.
beepers?
Pages
Like,
and beepers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you go to the nearest like a public phone and you call them.
Oh, I remember like the first cell phone things. They were like they look like bricks.
Oh yeah, it was
Remember
like
that, like,
this.
big,
It was like
huge
this.
fucking
Like
phone?
hello.
Yeah, they were huge.
Did you have one?
No, I never had one. I didn't have a paper. I didn't have a pager.
Those are
or-
really for like rich people.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't have a beeper or a pager. And back when I was growing up, it was like, if I'm
they'd
not
be
a
like the businessman, like
I'm not a drug dealer, so I don't need a pager. So
Yeah, I remember beeping my weed dealer. Like,
Yeah,
man, I'm
yeah,
like 5
Yeah.
minutes, I'll get a call. What,
Yeah.
man? And like, I need an 8, brother. I need an 8.
yeah. And I'd hang out with some of the cool guys, and they'd all have their pagers, and they'd check their pagers.
No
and-
kidding.
yeah. I'm like, oh, you're so cool, man. I don't have anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Lord Tapman. Yeah, I remembered. Geez, man. But you know what? Back then, I think collecting comic book during the 90s are a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
Because I remember walking into an LCS and there was like hundreds and hundreds of people there, just talking or arguing or just going through the back bins and things like. Now it's just so disconnected.
Yeah.
It's
back.
different.
Yeah, I started collecting. I started collecting when I was, really young with a friend of mine. And our parents would take us up to the LCS, and they'd drive us up there, and 10, 11, 12 years old and stuff like that. And it wasn't really about money or like what the books are worth or anything. We just bought kind of what we liked. And I had when I was growing up, I had a first print. I think it was probably a first print. I don't really know. But it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. And me and my friends, we would always trade our books off and stuff. And he ended up with it. Like, I was like, hey, you can have this one and blah, blah, blah. And
What? You
yeah.
actually traded the
yeah,
TMNT
that
one?
was- back then, it wasn't worth nothing. It was worth absolutely nothing at that age when I was that age. And then I came across and just in the back bins, the regular bins and stuff, I came across the Silver Surfer #1, and I just flipped right through it because I didn't read it and I didn't care about Silver Surfer at the time. And it just wasn't about money at all. And now I'm thinking, man, I wish I would have bought that because it was, probably like $1, $3 in that dollar bin, maybe $5 in there or something like that. And those books weren't worth that much whenever I was growing up as a kid and stuff in my local LCS.
But Joe liked X-Men, so that's
I
like
liked X-Men. Yeah,
basically
so
all he
I
got.
collected some Silver Age X-Men stuff, and I got some pretty cool stuff, but nothing like that. I just passed right over.
But he does
Surfer
have-
#1.
was it U.S. Highway?
I have some really stupid books too. Yeah, I got Black Belt Hamsters #1.
No, you don't even have #1.
That was
You have like
number
number
two.
two.
Number 2, yeah, #1. It's not even #1.
I remember I actually my mom she hates me collecting because she got rid
Yeah.
of all my cards and comic collection when I was in my mid school. And I
Yeah.
remember in the 90s Death of Superman. Superman dies. Black
yeah.
black paper polybag, you know,
Yep.
and things like that. And I swear to God, I dragged my mom to the nearest comic book shop, and there were line
Yeah.
in the parking lot at least twice around the parking lot.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I remember taking my mom and she was giving me grief because she's like,
Yeah.
"What the hell are you doing over here? What are we doing here wasting?" Because to me at the time, I thought this book was gonna give me
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of dollars when I,
Yeah.
you know, when the book is all, I don't
Yeah.
know,
That
right
was one of
and
the
ready for
major.
sale. You know,
Yeah, that was
So
one of the
now-
major things back then is people were buying that for investment purposes, and there's millions of copies. And but yeah, that's I didn't get that whenever I was younger or anything like that. I didn't get that till I was much older. And a friend of mine had like 10 copies, and he gave them to me. And
Oh,
yeah, I had two copies. I had
Yeah.
I had one for me because there was only limiting one per person, so
Yeah.
that's like my mom because I always want to get two copies of each. Um, the
So-
fuck? This stupid lady goes on and off. So don't mind it. I mean, I think this fucking lamp is possessed. But
It's not bothering us, David. But knowing what you know now, don't you see how right your mom was?
no, but the thing is that she here's the collection that she threw away. She threw away at least 20 mint condition of Michael Jordan rookie card, which is
Wow, really?
yeah. At least about half dozens of Ricky Henderson rookie. There was Tom Seaver rookie, Nolan Ryan rookie. See, fucking, it's acting up again.
got
And
pulled back.
and
Yeah, I was
I
actually going to
think-
ask you what your best thing you remember having that your mom threw away. Was it a Jordan rookie?
Jordan and a very, I think it was a good condition of Wayne Gretzky O-Pee-Chee.
Rookie card?
Because
Wow.
I started collecting cars during 81
Yeah.
all the way through 90s.
How many
So-
rookie Jordans were there?
At least about 20.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But the thing is that she gave me a lot of warnings. She said, "Clean up your mess."
Oh, so it's your
Yeah.
So this is your fault.
Mess.
not
If
your
not,
mom's fault.
everything's good. So the thing is that my mom used to work. She worked
Yeah.
worked 12 hours a day. So she goes out to work at probably around 5 in the morning. She comes home around 6. So, and I have two older brothers, and we were living in a two bedroom small apartment.
Yeah.
So it was my mom's room and the boys' room. So all three.
Yeah.
And I had all my collection just pretty much everywhere. And she's like, "No, you need to clean this up. If not, you will regret it." And she gave me many, many warnings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had a choice, would you get your Gretzky back or your Jordan? One of the Jordans or the Gretzky?
I'll take my, if between one Gretzky with 20 Jordans, I'll take the Jordans.
Well, just one
Yeah,
Jordan.
just
Either
one.
one Jordan or the Gretzky.
Oh, no, I have the one Jordan. Here's the funny
Okay.
thing. She threw everything away, but I remember I found this Jordan rookie between the bed.
Okay.
So that one I kept. Everything was
Yeah.
gone. I kept that and got graded. Came out. I think that ones were like what anyway. So that was one
Yeah.
that is still with me.
All right. That's
But-
good.
If I had to choose one of the other, like one of each, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, Gretzky.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was probably in like five or six. Because I wasn't really into hockey. I didn't know anything about
Right.
hockey,
Yeah.
but there was a thing like, oh, you need to get Wayne Gretzky because
Yeah.
you know.
I think it's pretty expensive. Yeah.
But yeah, so all that gone. And as for comic book, I collected comic book as well too. So I remember I had like about handful of comic book that I bought, but even that was all thrown away.
Yeah.
So it was painful. I cried for a whole week because
I imagine.
You know, all the money that I spent on freaking opening packs and getting that and putting in that small little, like this type of thing with Mylar in a folder. You know, I was kind of articulate about how I wanted, and just everything was gone. Like I say articulate, but it's still like looking like that back there. You know, it's all mess. But yeah, she threw all that away. And so only that Jordan rookie is the one that I kind of have just to reminisce to point where, like you're right, you know, back then who knew about what it's going to be costing,
Yeah.
but you know, until
Mhm.
now,
Yeah.
you know, I remember going to a card shop in Hawaii when I was young, just to see if I could get a Nolan Ryan rookie at the time before I got it.
Yeah.
I remember some people they had AF-15 Spider-Man #1 for like $150.
Yeah.
You know, AF-15 for like 250.
Yeah.
In a really good condition too, as well.
Yeah.
If I remember, you know, there was no marble chipping; it was still dark brown and things like that. Like God, instead of wasting fucking money on cards, if I would have just bought those two books,
Yeah.
I could buy myself a new car with those, you know,
Or a
Mm.
house.
or oh yeah, or a house if you know.
Depending
Yeah,
on
down
condition.
payment on a
But
Yeah.
down payment on a house. Or maybe in Philippines, I probably could get a house with that. But I mean,
Yeah.
sorry,
A neighborhood.
no puns intended, Ron.
Oh man. But I can remember in Hawaii when we were living in a naval base, the one thing my mom did was she stopped me from getting a comic book I wanted. And it was actually the first appearance of Power Girl. And at the time
Yeah.
I didn't know it was the first appearance of Power Girl. I just saw that cover with her and Robin, the Earth 2 Robin, and I think it was Wildcat or something like that. And I really wanted that comic book because I never saw that particular team before. And I was so mad and so bitter afterwards. I was probably mad and bitter for a week, like you, David. I was like mad at my mom. I was like, no, it's just a comic book, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we all grew out of it, but
Did we?
did we? Honestly,
Yeah.
did we?
And I remember that stupid Silver Surfer #1. I still think about it a lot. And I just remember having the thought like, oh, I don't want that crap, you know, and kind of kept going through looking for other stuff, and I don't read that crap or whatever. And yeah, I was just real specific when I was growing up because it just got the stuff I loved. But I probably missed like you, David. I saw like a Spider-Man #1 on the wall when I was a kid. And it was like, I think it was like maybe $200 or $300, you know. And I wanted to ask my dad to get it, but I was too scared. You know, I was like, oh, he's not going to buy me a $300 comic book. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy expensive. And so I never asked him for it, but I wish I.
You know what's funny
Wish I
is
did,
like
but-
back in the day, like VCRs were like $500. Like
Yeah, when they came out, it was like the highest technology. They were real expensive. The camcorders, they were really, and the DVDs and players, not DVD, but VHS tapes and stuff like that, and players were real expensive back in the day.
Yeah, but who would know that would be costing? I mean, that's a collective now, you know. A
Right? Yeah.
VHS tape being collective, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think there was this one guy. He had an unopened box of Apple
Oh,
first generation.
yeah.
One actual Apple. Sold it for
Yeah.
like I think he sold that damn thing for like 23,000 for
Yeah,
a
it's
phone
expensive.
that you can't use,
Mhm.
that is obsolete,
Yeah.
but just because it's a first generation unopened box, it's sold
Yeah.
for 23,000.
And those just don't exist anymore. Like it's and good luck finding one of those in an unopened box, you know, and use like that. Like they just don't really.
I'm sure they're out there.
They're out there, but they're not. You're not going to go find it. Like you're going to have a hard time finding something like that. And they're really expensive too. Yeah, I couldn't believe that either.
But if you
And,
really
video
think about
games and stuff. Yeah.
who would buy this type of thing for 23,000? And I was kind of thinking, who would buy a 3.5 or whatever the highest that action comic book that they just sold on a
Yeah.
on a Heritage on well, it was a gold label. What's that gold label? It's called what?
It's
It's
a
a pedigree.
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 Mm.
Thank you. So high grade Action Comic 1 pedigree grade, it made the record sell for so many millions of dollars. And I was
You know what it
thinking,
was? You know what it sold for?
I I know it broke all-time high. I think it's like
Yeah.
what,
Is it
8
Heritage?
million,
8
11
million.
million?
Yeah, I was
I don't
wondering.
know.
I kind of figured it was going to go for more than 5 million. Yeah, 8
So
million.
so I was thinking, who the hell would buy all these type of things? And I was thinking, only people that who fucking have money,
Yeah,
Right.
you know?
It's such an interesting thought and question that you're asking, David, because you have a kid in college right now, right?
No, there. Yeah, I have one that is graduating this May.
Right. I was watching the news the other day, and the college I went to, the undergrad school I went to, I noticed they now have a food pantry. And a food pantry is where people that are food insecure go to get food. So it just never existed when I went to school.
No.
There's no such thing as, oh, you can get free food. And it's not just my Cal State, but also some of the UCs, the University of California. There's some campuses that have food pantries because there's so many students. I guess they're called starving students now because they just can't not only afford the tuition and the dorms, they can't afford food. I've even seen some kids where they're living out of their car so they can go to college. So when you ask the question, who are these people buying these, spending so much money on these old obsolete things when you got these kids who can't even, pay for
Yeah.
basic stuff?
Well, I think it's just in general that this whole country is in a recession right now. I mean, economy wise, it's plumbing. You know, the housing market is down. You know, the rent is going up, but our salary is not going up, right? Everything is going up.
Yeah.
But
My
our
my
pay,
my car insurance is going up 11%.
that's
So
right. I heard California has the biggest hit when it comes to car insurance as well.
right. So we have two cars. We're thinking about getting rid of one of them because
Yeah,
I work at home. We only need one
get
car.
a
So if
bike,
I have
bro.
two cars. Yeah, right. Well, I work at home. I don't need to go out. So, you know.
So I mean, with all that, I mean, it's not like yeah, low time, man. I mean, food prices are insane. But the thing is, everything's going up. In the past, after the COVID pandemic, everything has gone up probably about 15% to 18%.
Yeah.
All right. But you remember when I remember Amazon announced that they're raising their um, minimum wages up to certain amount and they will get benefit and everybody was cheering, yay! And 3 months later, all of the prices of food, gas, and everything went up pretty much up 30% when they only got maybe 15% raise. So compared to that, I mean, if you do the math, yeah, you get your raise, but the whole economy has gone up 10% of what more than what you have earned. Eventually, in the long run, you will struggle. You
yeah,
will need to cut down a lot of things. So majority of us are in that situation where we're making certain amount okay for us to make a living, but not comfortable for us to be spending 23,000 on an obsolete, first generation phone or $11 million on an action comic. I wish I was in that shoes,
yeah.
but
It'd be nice to be a billionaire. That'd be great.
yeah. So these are the people that who's manipulating the market or setting the high prices.
Yeah,
Is the only one is the can do it is people who actually has the money to be spending without them worrying where the next meal is gonna come.
right.
Going back to what Ron said, there's a lot of students out there that is struggling. I'm sure they're not collecting comic book, but it's still to a point where it's in that era and all these crazy high record sales are being done at the worst time, I guess one of the worst time in
Yeah.
economic crisis right now. You know,
I mean, if we have like a real if we have like another, let's say our economy completely collapses and our money and the currency just everything just completely collapses. What's that $10 million comic book going to be worth at that time? Because things are likely to it seems like it feels like things are just going to collapse at some point. Like you can't. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. Like it's just getting worse and worse. And
Mhm.
if we have a full collapse of our money and resources and currency, like comic book collections might be worth paper to print it on.
I'll give you the Spider-Man for a spaghetti dinner. What do you say?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You can't eat those comic books.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean,
I don't think it'll get to that.
we're this collective thing will work in the end. I mean, it's only us to find out till the end. I mean, there's a lot of comic books or any collective things that's gone, like I said, hitting all-time all-time high.
Yeah.
But I say about 90% of the things that has hit all-time high during the pandemic is shit hit bottom.
Yeah.
You know? I think there was one good I think there's one good I'm losing words, I can't think, but you remember Avengers Annual number 10 first appearance of Rogue?
Mhm.
In a 9.8, I think during the pandemic that hit close to about $2,100.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, yeah,
Yeah.
if this keep going, I can sell it when it hit 3,000 or 4,000. I'm thinking, yeah, I hold on to it.
Yeah.
Now it's only selling it for $750 to $700.
Yeah.
At the lowest, it was selling for close to $650.
Yeah.
What was it going pre-pandemic?
Pre-pandemic, I bought it pre-pandemic for, I think I bought it for about $350.
Yeah.
So I mean, it doubled,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's not,
It's
it's
not
not
the-
$18 to $2,000 book no more.
Right.
But when it goes from like that to that so fast, like that's really not
Yeah, and we held on to some stuff
sustainable. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're the same way. We should have.
too long. We held on to
I
some
had a
stuff
wishful
way too long.
thinking that it will probably go up to maybe $3,500
Yeah.
to $4,000. With all the rumors of X-Men being done, and I figured
Right.
gotta have Rogue, right? Gotta
Yeah.
have Rogue.
One of the books that I saw that kind of got hit the worst is that Fantastic Four #5, the first Doctor Doom.
Oh, yeah.
I saw stuff where people were paying like $45,000 for like a 6.0 and stuff like that, and 6.5 and $35,000.
Uh-oh, I think they're frozen.
Yeah. Hey Joe,
Okay, yeah. Did it?
yeah,
Yeah,
if
Froze.
you were
Okay.
talking about how
Yeah, it was like $30,000 or $40,000, and now it's like, I don't know, it's a lot less, like maybe 10K, something like that, 13K or something, and
Yeah.
it might not even be that much. I don't know, like because I know, like X-Men #1, and Fantastic Four #1, and some of those grades are like cheaper than what they were paying for that #5, right now, which I thought was like,
so
go back to
imagine,
people who did that.
imagine all these people who have bought all this collective
Yep.
at the all-time high during the pandemic, and they're looking at it right now and thinking, wow,
Yeah.
is this worth it? Is this worth it or not?
It's
I
bad.
didn't see- Was
Yeah.
that on Heritage? I didn't see any sales.
Yeah, and I saw someone.
You froze again.
They keep freezing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just comic. I think it's anything in the collective world. I mean, even in
Yeah.
sports card.
Sports
You know-
cards, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think there was one where what was it? Oh, God, there was one player. Somebody paid. I think it was Tom Brady rookie
Oh,
card.
that $3 million rookie card.
Something, and now
Yeah.
it's probably worth 1 million now.
Yeah, they probably
Right.
lost a lot of money on that. I think it was 3 something million, and it was like some rare rookie card of his or something. And that blew my mind when somebody paid that. I was like, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but going back again is who's buying this kind of thing? It's to a point where
Yeah.
they're losing 2 million. It's like me losing $200,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
right? It's a slush fund. I'm sure they got like Bitcoin up their ass where they can,
Yeah.
So
We did pretty good during the pandemic stuff when everything started skyrocketed. I think we were pretty smart about we
oh fuck,
We
you get
did
sold at
not
1.8
buying
we
anything.
didn't, we didn't really buy anything.
And-
We did, we
We
bought some
did
stuff.
good selling a couple things, but I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, hindsight,
we sold at the wrong time. We sold when it was starting to go down, and we could have sold when it was at the peak.
No, we did really good on.
A couple things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did really, really good on a couple of things, but we did not so good on a couple of things.
I know you guys sold that AF-15 in that 1.8. I remember you guys sold it at pretty much all-time high on
It was an
that.
all-time high. Yeah, it was a 1.8. Yeah, we set the record. It's still a record. Like it was the highest.
Oh,
I think so.
I think
yeah.
it is.
It was
Yeah,
like
for
30
that grade.
something.
It's
Yeah.
$33,000.
Yeah. So think
Wow.
about it. So you right now at this market, you could probably get that in a 3.0 or 3.5. In
Yeah,
that,
those were
Yeah.
like 50, I think those were around 50 at the time or something nuts. Yeah, they were really. That
Oh,
book got
our 5.0,
great.
we could have got like 100,000 at some point, but
yeah, we didn't sell it.
wow.
we didn't sell it.
That's crazy.
This like some
do
of those,
you
like,
regret it? Do
I
you
regret not
regret-
selling the whole. Yeah, like if I could go back in time, I would sell my whole collection and just buy them back.
Oh,
in the
same
10th
here.
grade.
During
Yeah,
the pandemic, if I knew what I know now,
Yeah.
all of my comics, like I buy it back at 1/3 of what what it
Yeah,
sold for.
exactly. I'd probably buy back lower grades too and save even more money. You know, like
But the
But then,
love
like
of the
everyone
hobby-
would have done the same
Everyone
thing,
would've
so it
done
would have
the
been the
same-
same thing.
would have the
like-
same thing. But like, yeah, I just man, I wish I would have sold some of that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, but oh
So
well.
the auction doesn't start till March 15th
Okay, all right.
for that 8.5.
Oh, I think one book was a Superman #1 and a 7.5 sold for $3.5 million.
I think that was the one that.
Yeah, and it was a 7.5. You know, that sold for like $3 million something, which I thought was insane. Like,
and that's a pedigree.
no, it's just a
No?
7. I think it was just a 7.5. Yeah.
But how do you know it's a really 7.5? It's a CGC. It
Yeah,
could be a
It could
5.5.
it could be a
I mean-
reprint. I don't know. You know?
I'm pretty sure that's it. Like,
Yeah, I
no
think
one's
that
like slipping in. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
they're lower grade of that Superman #1 for that one. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
It didn't Heritage have some type of scandal as well years back?
I don't know.
Yeah,
about that.
everybody has.
sure,
yeah, the
yeah.
auction houses. Yeah, I don't remember what
Yeah.
it was, but
I thought it had something to do with like WADA, like the
yeah, I don't remember.
video games, but
Yeah, it was the video game things. They
Hmm.
I can't remember what it was, but I think it was like it might have been for like a Super Mario Brothers or something like that, or a Zelda. I don't remember what it was, but there was some kind of weird thing that happened with it. Yeah. What was that?
Well, collecting has been kind of challenged, but I had fun. I went to this local LCS, and they had a dollar bin. I'm
Oh,
like, I'm
yeah.
like, what? What? Really? This happening to me? It's like I was freaking. I swear to God, I was having a hard on when I was freaking. I'm thinking, this can't be real. This can't be real. But now I know that feeling, finding something in a dollar bin,
Mhm.
not just one book, but like
A
one,
bunch.
many
Yeah.
handful of books. And I found that Thor that he had, and there's some other books, some Peanuts books that it's just, I'm like, wow, this is the feeling, I
Yeah.
get excited when I find one like $30 book or $40 book for
Yeah.
$5 or $10, but this was dollar books that I'm
Oh,
finding.
That is a good feeling.
mhm.
Yeah. I think the best thing we found in a dollar bin, I think we paid $2 for it, was the Clone Wars, the first Ahsoka.
Oh, okay.
And it was before it was real expensive. So we got it when it was probably worth $5 or $10. or
Yeah, I mean,
$20
we
or
ame for
something.
like $1 or $2, and it's probably at the time worth maybe like 15.
Yeah, and
But
I think it's worth maybe 15. So we took it back. It was like, hey, you sure? Like, because we know the guy. He's like a comic book dealer that we like him really well, and he's been really good to us. So we didn't want to, we were like, hey, this is about a $15, $20 book, right? Are you still, you're okay with that, right? And he's, oh yeah. He goes, go ahead, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then like a year later, it was like $1,200 or something. It just skyrocketed.
no, we got it years ago. It's
Yeah.
just I happened to be like looking through some boxes, and I found it, and I was like,
I think this is worth some money now.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think we've ever found like a real expensive book that is already expensive in a dollar bin. Like,
Yeah.
it's usually we'll find something in a dollar bin that ends up being expensive later. That's happened to us a few times. But
Yeah, or maybe worth like
yeah,
$20. Like,
yeah,
but
$20.
not like
But I've never found like a $200 book or $75 book in the dollar bin. Like I haven't. So,
Well, I did one when I was in Hawaii. It was a
Yeah.
it was Lord it was a Warlord of Mars. I didn't know
Yeah.
anything about that. Just that the cover was cool. And later
Yeah.
to find out it was really hard to find.
Hmm.
So I bought it for $1. I flipped it for 65,
Yeah.
and later again I found it again. It's like I didn't know at the time,
That's a
so it
cool
was
find.
it wasn't such a thrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this past recent one, it was just to a point where, oh my god, what
Yeah.
Dave Steven? What peanuts?
Yeah. That's cool.
I had fun. And my wife is like, "How much you spend on these?" I'm like, but she doesn't know.
And then you'll argue,
only
yeah, but
sees
they'll
the
be worth
total.
millions. Yeah, right.
Yeah, she only knows the total of what I have spent, but she
Yeah.
doesn't know the value that what it is or what it could be. So that's always a me and her like a little debate. It's like, why you buying this? Like she's here's another. Like, why are you buying these?
Yeah,
Yeah.
David, why are you
Like,
buying
it's
those?
still in a box. Like, I think he was gonna assemble it. Like, no,
Yeah.
you don't open it. You're crazy. And I buy like I buy this like acrylic cases for this.
Mhm.
Like, why? Why don't you open it? Like, no,
Yeah.
it looks so damn good in a
It does look good.
open. Oh, hey, let me tell you guys one crazy story. I think I shared this with you guys on IG. Oh, hold on. This is a funny ass story. All right. So I was telling my wife that I want to kind of like start putting things in a box. So I want to buy a protective case for all of my collective. And that's how I got all that acrylic for that Locarno thing. So I have this, and I had the hardest time finding a case for this, a sleeve or acrylic or what. So I went on eBay, and I found something similar to this, and I said, "Oh shit, buy now!" Right?
Yeah.
Buy now. So I spent like $6, and what I got was, don't mind the. So this is the case that I got, and like, fucking thing can't fit into that, right?
Yeah.
But I stuck with this case now, right? So I think, okay, I gotta buy a figure to put in this case.
Yeah, right.
I go online and I say, oh, $3.50 or $7. Okay, click buy now, and this figure comes in. I'm thinking, this figure does not fit into this case. So what do?
Buy another figure.
I buy a
Buy
case.
another case.
I do
and
more
then buy another
diligent.
figure.
I do some more diligent research on what the casing is for. So I got this figure thinking that it will fit into this case. Now I bought the proper case for this, and I found a proper case
All right.
for figures for this, but I still have not found what I started with. So because of this, I end up with two figures that I never thought that I would have, but now is in a freaking. Here it is. And so my wife is like, "Why are you buying toys?" Like, I didn't tend to buy a toy. I tend to buy a case for this. Just somehow, different case came in. I had to buy a fiction for that, but I bought a different action figure, so I ended up with two action figure in a proper case, but
And
still
that's the
have
proper
not
way to collect.
for this.
Is that
That is the proper way to collect, David. You did right, my man. You did right. You can't have a case that doesn't fit a figure.
No,
That's-
like all I could have done was
Freaking
return it
insane.
back. Like, no, this is not the protected case that I'm looking for. But no, I go out and
yeah.
So that's my story of my way of collecting. Is not like that's just how I think. Like
Yeah.
you mess up, you find something to fill that in with.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way too sometimes. I don't like stuff not being right.
Oh man.
I'm OCD about stuff. So,
Well, when I was a kid, I had a lot of action figures. Those,
Yeah.
I think they're called Miko or Migo action figures.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh
Back
yeah.
but back in the day, I wouldn't call them action figures. I sometimes thought they were dolls,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to show anyone that I had dolls.
yeah.
Oh, is this one of those like 6-inch like GI Joe figures?
Kind of. I think they're a little bit taller than that, aren't they?
They're DC and Marvel. I don't know how big they were, but they were. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they might be 6-inch figures. Yeah, they're.
Some of those are kind of pricey. Too.
Some of those are pretty expensive.
Yeah, especially for
And they had
GI
the cloth.
Joes.
Yeah, they
You
had
get,
like
like-
a cloth on them, like the
Yeah.
clothes on them and stuff like that.
Yes.
Actual cloth.
Yeah.
Yes.
With hard
Like
hat. And,
there, too,
Yeah, you have to
like-
button up the. Yeah, you have to button up
Yeah.
the bottom end of the thing and button up in the middle, like so his shirt would stay on him, and yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
you still
It
have
didn't
those,
look
bro?
like the cloth didn't. It wasn't
Uh,
skin tight. It didn't look right. It looked like they were wearing pajamas, but they were pretty cool though. Like back in the
Yeah,
day.
there were DC and Marvel, and I had mostly DC because I was a
Okay,
DC
yeah.
fan.
Do you still have them, Ron?
No,
No.
those are all thrashed. I'm telling you.
Uh,
Yeah.
because
I had a
if
bunch
you
of,
do, you should buy a case for those.
No. I don't think so.
David's an expert on the cases, so
Oh
I can
man.
tell you what size case to get for your figures.
And if that doesn't work, just buy another
Just
figure.
buy another-
Yeah, just buy a different one.
Yeah.
I had the same thing with these over here. There's this comic book cover.
Yeah,
Oh, the Funko Pops, you mean?
Yeah. So I had to buy like cases for those, protective cases for those. And
They still have not come out with a Black Widow one where they have
no, not yet.
the,
No.
the comic book with the figure. I keep looking every now and then, and they don't have one.
So even with that, I bought a different one.
Man,
Yeah, but that one I returned because after learning my lesson with that action figures,
Yeah.
I said no, I'm not. I don't need to commit to another 10 pops for me to use that to fill in those cases. So I sent those back, but I finally got one. So those are all protected for dust and things like that.
you're a quitter, David. I can't believe you did that.
I'm sorry, man.
You know,
My
Yeah.
wife would not have forgiven me if I bought like 10 more Funko Pops. And she's like, "You're mid 15, you're collecting action figures." Like, no, this is gonna be money,
if she really wanted to stick it to you, she would say, "Stop buying those dolls."
Yeah. Well, here's the thing is that as being a woman, she wants to, she likes good, nice stuff. So this past this past mid-February, we went to Vegas. I took my mom and my brother. We went there for about day and a half, and it was her birthday and Valentine's. So I figured, okay, honey, what do you want? She's like, oh, you asked me what I want. And like she was getting all giddy and happy and like, yeah, I was thinking about buying you this, but what do you want? So we end up going there. She buying it. I'm thinking, and you give me shit for buying comic books and stuff, but fuck, I have to pay that kind of money for that. I mean, I was thinking it, not saying it.
That was a good choice.
that's very
Yeah. But she's very happy with what she got.
So where are you in Vegas, David? Are you at the outlet mall, or where are you exactly?
Oh, we went to went to Bellagio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because the one that she wanted, or the one that I wanted to get her, Bellagio store was the only boutique that had that particular bag that she wanted, or I wanted to get her. So we went to Bellagio. We walked all the way from MGM to Bellagio.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went there, but she ended up getting a smaller bag for the same price. Does
that annoy you a little bit?
I mean, I worked in a high-end retail for 20 years, and until today, I still don't get it. Why people would spend thousands and $10,000s on a handbag.
I get it.
I get it too, actually.
No, in a way, I get it because I collect comic book, thinking that
Right.
yeah. But
But I kind of like, I we both have like this kind of sickness to where like I think we've talked about it before, to where we go on these like
Random kicks.
these random
like,
kicks, and it doesn't matter
like for
what
you,
it
cologne, right?
is.
it
Cologne.
was clone.
Yeah, we spent thousands of dollars on.
I went
cologne.
into like some purses too,
Yeah,
though.
like
Like
she collected like some Burberry stuff and whatever the thing was, and some designer stuff, and boots. I bought like a couple of like real expensive pair of boots that were like these,
Barbados.
handmade
yeah.
John Barbados boots. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, where are you gonna wear those to? Like the mall? Like
Yeah,
it's
it's like, what am I gonna wear? Like, what's
Yeah, I
wrong?
think-
why do you need those?
What is
Like
wrong with me? Like, yeah,
Right.
I thought that it's just laying around in a bag right now. I never even wear it. I never
think
put it
we-
on. It doesn't even smell good anymore. Like it's like I think I'm spraying acid in my face. Like I don't think this is a very good idea. Like I'm pretty sure this is just straight up acid now or something. Yeah,
But I think we've all been through those phases where we're
yeah,
not just collecting comic books, we're collecting this other stuff, and we
Yeah.
wonder why we're doing it. I remember Doom was talking about
yeah.
he was collecting watches and then flipping them. And
Yeah.
recently, I've been getting into these things called field notes. You go on
Yeah.
eBay. You go on eBay. You look at field notes. These are collectors' items. They
Yeah.
really appreciate the price,
Everything.
but
Yeah.
I would never spend a lot of money on field notes. It's just blank pieces of paper.
You are so interesting, Ron. Like, I collect field notes. So, yeah, that's really interesting, Ron. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I
uses that. That's still probably
Become
better
a
than like,
journalist,
oh,
Ron?
it's gonna-
Better than cologne. Yeah. I don't know why I can't throw it away, Ron. Like I have like it's from like 8 years ago, and it's like these bottles of cologne that are still in a bag. I can't get rid. Like I won't even throw it away.
used to be like that with like whiskey and
Yeah.
tequila
Yeah.
when we were
Hey,
Yeah.
but there's one cologne or perfume that there's a company called Lalique.
Okay.
It's made out of like real crystal, like hand blown
Oh.
crystal. I mean, just the case
Yeah.
alone, I think you can sell it for like $50 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't.
But I
heard
mean,
of that.
there's some collectors. I mean, there's collectors of everything.
Yeah.
And I think if somebody wants to buy this, I'm sure it's like, oh, Target, you
Yeah.
know. But it's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird. Oh, I bought this. Why? It's a Michael Jordan.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because here's a stupid thing about me. Okay, they said this happens to be one of the rarest Michael Jordan card that you can find, right? That has a low pop. I just found out what pop means. It means population, like how many were graded. So this card has a low pop, and it's like, oh, really? I mean, of course, eBay. I'm like, what? Fuck, $35. Bam, buy it now.
Yeah.
Did you get a case?
And I got it in a 9.5. Here's the two things that I missed. One, it should be a 10.
Yeah.
Well, there are three things. It should be a 10. Second thing, it should be a PSA grading
Yeah.
company. All right. And the last of the one that I completely, it was supposed to say promo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same card, promo, different grading company, different grade. That's as a rare card that has a low pop that sells for thousands of dollars. Not in a 9.5 and a CSG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close.
It was 30
Close.
like I thought I was getting a deal. Like what?
Yeah.
This fucking seller screwed up. Why not?
Oh man. So what is it worth? $35, I guess.
35
30,
bucks.
$35. Yeah.
That's still a lot for a piece of paper.
Yeah. But
But it's Michael Jordan.
right.
So I
Well,
think
I can say the
It's
same thing about
open.
field notes. You go on eBay, look at those field notes. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
oh
What are
man.
field notes?
field note is like, I think you go on a field and take notes.
Yeah.
Very good, David.
Yeah, like that's what I was asking. Are you trying to become a journalist where you go out there and start interviewing people?
Well,
I
no,
found a rock in the
no, I have
field.
a 50-year-old brain. It's hard for me to remember stuff. So I write down a lot of stuff so I don't forget. Telling you, there's a lot of, your memory is really slippery. You just
Yeah.
can't remember stuff.
All right, Ron, we'll
So,
get you a
so there are other people's field notes, right?
Well,
Or is it just a book where you can put your own notes in it? Or
Yeah,
are you buying other people's field notes?
right. It's a book that you could put your own notes in because it's
Ron, I'm getting you a omnibus size of field notes so you can carry around in your backpack. So you can, when you forget something, you'll be grabbing a, you got the
Okay,
big
so-
old.
What's collectible though? Is it other people's notes?
Oh, the
Or is
covers.
it-
They have
cover,
different
okay.
covers. Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah. There's some rare, hard to find ones,
Okay.
and they get really expensive. Just go on eBay someday and just look up field notes, and you'll see the prices are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would not spend that much money on field notes. I buy them on sale, like during Black Friday, but I wouldn't buy them for the hundreds of dollars that they go for on eBay. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're just
That's
blank
ridiculous
pieces of
thing.
paper.
Yeah.
Are you looking, David?
Yeah, of course.
I got you hooked
Holy
now.
crap! Wait,
Hang
hold
on.
on. I think I'm gonna do a share here. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Share screen. Share
I'm
screen.
ashamed to show you what I have because
Okay, so here we are. Can you see it? How's the layout? How's the layout? Hold on. Let's do this. Sure.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
What is that? What's that 224? Can you go click on that?
It
Dave?
goes field note okay, I'm gonna click on it. Hold on.
Yeah, what is that?
DDC did this print notebook.
Wow, 224.95.
Yeah, and it's
Damn.
just
$1,000. $1,000.
Ron's getting hot on right now. Hold on.
Why don't you look at this?
Butcher orange. Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like this dead print notebook is the one that. So I'm gonna go with sold here.
Oh, Ron, I just found something for you, man.
A Black Widow?
It's a field notes collection from Denmark.
Oh my God.
It's $700, but there's a whole bunch of them.
Oh no.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, look at this. This like field notes notebook memo book lot. Like
Mhm.
look, and it's so for wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what the hell? Look, see this one here. It says this one sold for 200 and what the
Yeah.
hell?
Ridiculous. That is totally
you go?
ridiculous.
Anyway, so here $224. Buy it now. This is not even an OBO.
That's cool.
Shit. If I ever
Man,
gonna go
I want to buy that one
like,
from Denmark. See, that's how I'm weird. Like, and I'm not kidding. Like now, like I looked at that and I was like, it was really cool. I'm not doing it,
You're darn right you're not.
but it's like, oh, that's actually really cool. Like it's like a whole bunch of them, man. It had it laid out at the table. It just like real nice layout. And Denmark. Yeah.
Again, it's just blank pieces of paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really.
Interesting. Yeah. The seller was from Denmark. So yeah. I don't know, but it looked cool.
but you know what? If I ever go to like a garage sale, I know what to look for.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, look at this, $224. Gee, Ron, you were joking,
Ridiculous.
man.
It's totally ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
And they're just like rare copies of it or something. Like I guess they're just kind of hard to compare. Or what is it?
Right, correct.
Yeah.
So there are some like limited editions that
Yeah.
certain companies sell, like Abercrombie and Fitch, or
Okay.
some watch companies or something like that. They just sell these field notes. There's actually one that glows in the dark, if you can believe that. Yeah. And
That's-
What, the pages glows in the dark or
the cover.
cover?
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm,
I was
mhm.
gonna say, why would you need that? But they have comic books in the dark
Yeah,
too.
we
so.
have die. Yeah, we bought some dice. That,
Yeah, like why do we need comic book with glow in the dark covers?
Yeah,
And then like you're gonna read in the dark.
right. I might.
You got some dice that glow in the dark.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Role playing, like the game playing dice and stuff like that. We got some of those that are glow in the dark and
All right. I'm gonna show you guys something.
posters.
Move. I went through this old box that I had, and I found this. I was thinking when I saw it, I'm thinking, ooh, I hit the jackpot. I'm gonna be rich.
You're rich. Yeah. Whoa.
All right. I bought this back in 2017.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it was 2017. No, 2007. Okay.
Mm.
I was thinking, and I found this recently in the original USPS package.
Oh wow.
And I'm thinking, wow, I don't remember. And I have this like lunar. So I found all these stamps. I'm thinking, fucking thing gotta cost at least hundreds of bucks, right?
Right.
So first, what do? I go on eBay. I clicked it. Guess how much this damn thing cost after 17 years?
Mm.
$20
Uh,
more.
$10.
ding dong dang. Fucking thing only cost 10 bucks. You know how disappointed I was? I think
Yeah.
after preserving it for freaking 17 years in a Star Wars, you got Yoda, you got everyone, Darth Vader. It's like fucking 10 bucks. Are you serious?
Yeah.
On a 41-cent stamp, there's 12 of them. So if you do
Did
the
you
math,
buy-
it's
Did
less
you buy
than
any of those like Lord of the Ring things that they have like a limited edition cards for like the rings and stuff like that?
well,
Did you buy any of those?
no, no, not Lord of the Ring. I'm a Star Wars fan, so whenever they
Okay.
have like this or fuck, I can't say that word.
Commemorative.
Thank you, Ron. They have this type of stamp or this long
Yeah.
envelope type.
Yeah.
I would buy those kind of thing, but I figured, I swear to God, I thought I hit the jackpot on that one because it completely slipped my mind. I find it 17 years later, only 10 bucks. If I want to use that stamp now, I gotta pay an additional 20 something cents because now it's like
Right.
60
Yeah.
cents per fucking first class mail.
Inflation. Yeah.
Yeah, so collecting is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It always works out.
collecting is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is
So
fun.
it is fun. Yeah. It's fun. It's
It's
expensive.
like, did I not get all the love I need from my parents for me to
Yeah.
collect this?
I mean, more.
Oh man.
Well, one day there's going to be a Spider-Man field notes, and you're going to be all over it, David. I know you will.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
long as it has an etched or raised ribbing,
And
I'm
glows
on
in the dark,
yeah.
He's gonna buy a whole crate of them.
and you'll buy the acrylic case.
Like I bought like all these basketball, football cards.
I've had this Spider-Man wallet for about.
Oh, that is dope.
I've had it for about 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I won't let
Hey,
go.
let's find out how much that costs on
It's
eBay.
just falling apart. It's just ratty. Yeah, it's just falling all apart. But yeah, it's and on the back it's embroidered. Like, I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah.
I got it for you from Hastings, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was like maybe
It's like
16, 17. It was a long time ago. It was like way back in the day. When it was probably about 17 years ago, maybe.
Holy shit! Look at this.
It's cool too.
There's a Coach Marvel 3-in-1 wallet for $165.
Wow, that's a steal.
Yeah, you got this one at Hastings, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a Christmas gift for you, like
Yeah.
a bajillion years ago.
My favorite wallet I've ever had in my life. It was just really cool. It used to have the chain connected to it too, but I lost that a long
Oh,
time
yeah.
ago. It had like a little Spider-Man tag on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now, but I don't see anything like what you got, Joe. I think that could be
Yeah,
a rare one.
I've never been able to find it again. Like I've looked for it, and I
Mhm.
haven't seen one like it again.
Mm.
There's stuff that are kind of close, but not like that. I mean, it was just really cool because it's real nice.
Oh.
Like it's pretty good leather, and it's kind of a nice wallet actually. It's not a cheap
Yeah,
wallet.
no. That's pretty cool. But yeah, nothing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Nothing. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. I wasn't even showing this damn thing. Look at that. Like, look at this. $289.
For what?
This Coach Marvel Limited comic book print Spider-Man 3-in-1 leather.
I've never seen that before.
That's pretty cool,
That is cool, but that's really expensive for a wallet.
right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Is that Black Widow right above it or no?
Yeah, actually it is.
No, really?
Yeah, that's Black Widow.
It's $93 for a Black Widow.
Well, there's a Spider-Man, Black Widow. I think it's like was one of the panel. I think comic book like panel, but the one below it has a Captain America. But yeah, everything can be collected. Jeez, man, yeah, everything can be collected.
I wonder if my wallet's worth like $50 or $100 or something.
Hey, fucking sell it now.
I'm not gonna sell that wallet.
Not in that condition. It's like falling apart.
Vintage, well loved.
No, but that's a pretty good design though. I like that
Yeah.
Spider-Man, like that eye.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and I don't know if you can see it, but like it has like the webs are like it's embroidered in there. It's just it's nice. It's
Oh, it's
like,
embroidered.
the eyes, yeah, the eyes are like sewn in. It's like like it's woven in there, and it's all like sewed in. It's really cool. Yeah, it's a very
Nice.
cool wallet.
Tito said they have Migos at Walmart.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, like geez.
So
It's
are we,
one of a kind, Joe. One of a kind.
are we done collecting
done.
now? I mean,
I'm a Spider-Man wallet collector. No. Yeah, but I've always liked that wallet. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. What did I get? Oh, recently on eBay,
here we go. eBay again.
I was looking for this one particular comic book that's just been just. I'm having a FOMO to a point where should I pay full price for this because he's asking $125 to $90, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I want it because it's just such a cool cover. What it is I think I sent it to you guys on a Instagram, and I think Tito goes, those are crappy books. But anyway, it's a Green Fairy Tale. It's a Marilyn Monroe homage, and it's really hard to find. I've been trying looking for that for over a year that I didn't want to pay. Then recently, somebody posted a whole lot of that issues on a series, so I got like 1 through 6 and so 10 books for $15, and that book that I wanted to get was in that lot.
Nice.
You can't find deals on eBay, and I just said buy it now.
Yep.
Even
So-
had best offer, but I did not decide to go best
Yeah.
offer because
Sometimes,
there's
yeah.
Sometimes
another
that'll-
guy
yeah.
would be looking. Yeah,
If it's a good deal, just buy it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
$15 for 10 books. One that's $1.50 $1.50 a book, but there's a $15 shipping, so it's $30. So it's like $3 a book. But that one book, like if it comes in a high grade, that's a $85 to $100 book.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you just buy that one and you discard the rest.
No, it's a part of the AOK.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 2000 milestone giveaway.
Okay.
You will get random books that I do not like, but I'll give it to you. To a lucky winner.
Your mystery box A-OK. There you go.
Yeah. I have like about 20 books over here that I part of that 2000, but that 2K. Oh, what you got?
This is
Wait, hold on. Let me solo you guys out. Hold on,
Should
hold
I take it out of
on.
here or what?
There we go.
you can if you want. We still weren't buying anything this year, but
She went ahead and got this.
I found this and I had to get it.
Yeah, it's Archie. It's I don't know if you can see it or not.
You gotta. There.
Oh, that mutant ring is really tough on that one, huh?
Yeah. So what year is that one?
Wow, that's nice.
That's from
60s.
1962.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yeah, and it's one of the ones with like the
The creature from
Creature from the
Black-
Black Lagoon, and they're kind of there's a couple like that out there, and they're a
Oh.
little bit pricey. So she got a
pretty good deal.
yeah, she got
I
a
mean,
pretty
it's
good
not-
deal. Yeah, not
So-
great.
Great.
Oh,
but-
Yeah, there can be a
Well,
little
can
bit
you-
pricey.
Can you tell us what's the is there any significance to that besides the man, a creature from the blue whatever lagoon?
Black-
No,
No,
not really. They're just like one of those.
it's like here,
It's like one of the
I'll show you.
popular. Yeah, it's just like one of the popular covers. So
Ah.
some of those books, like people buy a lot of these old Archie books just for like the
The cover.
just for the cover, and it's one of those kind of things. It's
I know it's like the glare is
Yeah.
kind of crap here.
No, that's good right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one, I think he's like in a swimming pool, which is the more
Yeah, this is the Jughead that came out
it
first.
came out first. It's a little bit more. No, there's no like first appearance. It's not really a key. It's just one of those.
But that's a lot of the
Popular-
Archies is just like
They're like popular cover kind of buys.
So that's isn't 62, isn't that like an early silver age, almost like
Yeah.
a golden age size book?
It'd be Silver Age, yeah.
yeah.
So we got a bunch of Archie stuff like that from the Silver Age, and not married. There's not a lot of people that really like all of the Archie stuff. Like we just really like the Archie stuff a whole lot. It doesn't kind of matter what it is to us. And we see the cover and we like it, we'll go ahead and buy it. And we have a bunch of Silver Age Archie stuff. and
It's
Golden Age.
weird, like all this nostalgia thing is hitting the market right now.
Yeah.
I think was Richie Rich #1 in a 9.8 that sold for thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all this Simpson and Futurama type of
Yeah.
books are like it's going crazy in the market right now,
Yeah.
especially for Simpson because I think celebrating like 30 years.
A long
So-
time. Yeah. It sounds pretty close. Yeah. It's one of the. It might be the longest running TV show out there.
Yeah.
I think it
might
is,
be.
yeah. And right now, one thing that's going kind of, I've noticed like in the market, those Golden Age pre-code horror books have been selling for like a lot of money lately, over like the last year and a half or so. And I remember years ago when we were collecting, we didn't really have many of those or collect them. And just thinking back, I was like, man, I wish we would have bought, some of those because now they're just like paying crazy prices for some of them, and it's been kind of hard for me to figure out why.
It's just
Because they're not keys or anything, they're just really cool pre-code horror books. So they're highly collectible and highly kind of sought after. But people haven't paid like real big money for most of it until kind of recently.
Let me
So
share.
in the Archie universe, there's Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but
Yeah.
is Josie and the Pussycats in their universe too?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's totally different.
No, it's just,
No.
they're in the same
It's
universe.
the same, yeah.
Yeah.
She premiered in Archie's Pals and Gals.
Yeah.
It's like 23, I think.
I think if I had all the money in the world, I'd go after those Josie and the Pussycats and Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, hers is Sabrina's one of her favorites.
Yeah, that's actually how I started collecting Archie, is because I, like the Pep 22 and the Archie and everyone, like a lot of those are super expensive. So I started by getting like kind of like the fringe characters like that are in the.
Yeah.
So I got like Josie and Sabrina
Hmm.
first,
Hmm.
and then just kind of
Been collecting over there, like
like
ever
Katie
since then.
Keene and yeah.
Okay.
We ended up getting like the first appearance of Katie Keene a while back.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I kind of want to get another one. I like it. I think it's really cool for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to upgrade our copy because we got like a 2.5,
Yeah, it's like 2.5.
and I want to get like a 5.0, I think.
Yeah.
4.0.
Hmm.
Oh, here it is.
Okay,
Oh, that's cool.
that is very cool.
Mars attacks Miss Fury. So is this like
Yeah.
a weird crossover? Is that what
It's
this
a
is?
one shot, but the reason I got it because of this.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mars
This
attacks
Mars
Popeye.
Attack Popeye, the Twister suck punch, and the reason I got this because I got a well, you can't see it, but I got a freaking like Popeye with that twisted arm, like twisted arm
Okay.
punch.
Mhm.
But this is 1 out of 10. But you remember those dollar fine that I had?
Yeah.
I had a whole fucking Popeyes.
That's
Ah.
So this is not a dollar fine, but I'm saying is like
Yeah.
it was almost like $5 a pop, but still, all that 1 out of 10, like for $5. I was like I said, I had really fun, but I just wanted to share this because there's that
Yeah.
one shot. This is what they say, Mars Attack Popeye, but on the front they have Mars Attack Miss Fury.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
my
it's not
parents-
bad.
Cool. Yeah,
was
those
a
are good cover.
Yeah, I like
I didn't know this thing ever existed.
Yeah,
No,
I've
but-
never seen it either.
My parents would always try to get me to eat spinach because they said, "Hey, Popeye eats spinach." Hey,
I know.
But
I
now that I'm in my old age, I actually love spinach.
Not
Same here.
Popeye. I can't stand spinach. I can't.
I wouldn't say that I love it, but I do. I like it with like pastas and stuff like that. You know, like mixing with like a Italian pasta, and yeah, it's really good.
Pizza
But I
is
hated,
okay.
I hated it when I was growing up. I was like,
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
the raw spinach,
Yeah.
not cooked.
Okay.
Like
Well, if
You
you have
remember,
it with a
when
salad,
in cafeteria, the school lunch, they'll give
Yeah.
you a scoop of that freaking green slob if you have, they
Yeah.
say it's spinach.
that, yeah,
It kind of
Yeah.
gives you
Yeah.
the runs after the day.
no, I can't hang with that.
Joe loves cafeteria food too.
I do like cafeteria food though. Yeah,
I love cafeteria food.
yeah, I really do. Yeah,
Lasagna was my day. Like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
lasagna.
no, I like those nasty cheap hamburger thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the pizza that's
And the
like
pizzas, like yeah, like
The pizza,
every
the
time I find something today, like I go somewhere and I'll taste something that'll remind me of like cafeteria food every once in a while. Like, man, this tastes really good. Most people are like, no, that tastes like crap actually, but no, I think it tastes great.
I telling you, we were spoiled back then. You know, nowadays,
Yeah.
like, nowadays you can't even walk to school nowadays. I remember waking up at 6 o'clock, getting ready. You know, meet my friends before at a corner store. You know, we'll get together, we'll talk, and we'll walk to school without being kidnapped or being molested.
Yeah.
Now it's like freaking, like the parents gotta like pick them up, drop them off. You know, just like, man,
It's a hassle the way you have to pick them up because it gets the traffic is ridiculous.
Yeah,
You have to go a
Oh.
certain way.
my
Either
mom
way.
should be thankful that she didn't have to pick up because she worked 12 hours a day back then.
Yeah.
Imagine she has to pick us up and drop us off. You know, she'll go bonkers.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, don't worry, mom. I got my friends, and you know, we'll walk. You know,
Man, I think we all kind of grew up at around a time like where everything was like pretty great, really. Like I was born in the '70s, and you know, most of my youth was spent in the '80s. You know, late '70s, early '80s, and so what a great time to just
Yeah.
different. Everything
We
was so you know.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
were free
I mean, we
range.
didn't
You
have
could go
internet.
out. Yeah.
Like we at our gas station, there's family that comes in, and I swear to God, every kid that walks in has a phone or
Yeah.
tablet. You know, and the parents will be paying, and they're just like,
Yeah.
like we
Oh,
didn't have that back then.
And
Shit.
I remember like I remember just everything was a little bit more free and stuff. Like they had like if one of our dads had a truck or whatever, like me and 5 or 6 of my friends would just jump in the back of the truck, and one of our dads would take us down to the convenience store.
Not really safe,
And a
but
bunch of like,
No.
a bunch of kids will jump out, like 6 kids will
Oh,
jump
we
out of
did
the
the
back of the
same
truck,
too,
you know, and
Yeah.
nobody wore a seatbelt, you
No.
know. It
What
was-
seat?
Yeah,
Even
no one-
today, I get time to time. I
Yeah.
forget to put on my seatbelt,
Yeah,
and you're driving. All you hear is ding,
Yep.
ding. I'm like, fuck, okay, I forgot my seatbelt.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, great old times. Great
yeah,
old
it
times.
really was.
those were, yeah.
Yeah,
And when you
so-
got your comic books, you get it off the spinner
flood
rack.
where I lived, and we go outside and like play out in the flood.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it was like the streets would, and then just go down the drains. They have the drain systems, and they kind of go down there, but the whole street would be like that. We just walk out there and it'd be up to like halfway up to your knees, and
And just roll up my
it's,
my
Yeah.
jeans. Like,
yeah,
If if you think about it, it's funny. Like how I remembered, there was a time where there was a story like, back then we used to walk miles and miles
Yeah.
over the valley, over the mountain.
yeah.
Now we can say,
Barefoot.
back then we used to at least walk 5 to 6 blocks to go to school.
Mhm, mhm.
It's everything is just
We liked it.
they're spoiled. They're freaking
Yeah.
spoiled. Yeah, that's how I see it. My mom thinks that I'm spoiled. Like,
Yeah.
geez, you don't know nothing, mom. You should see our daughters.
Oh yeah, I guess we are a little bit spoiled now, like compared to what we were when we were growing up. I think because I don't know. Well, like imagine life without your cell phone. Like
What? There's a
You know-
life without cell
yeah,
phone?
exactly. Like it's hard to like in GPS. Like I don't know how I got. Like I'm so.
Yeah, the GPS. That is.
I'm
something
Oh.
so
that,
bad. I'm so bad with directions. Like I
Yeah.
could get lost in a. Yeah, I couldn't find my way out of a paper
You're like,
sack.
Zola.
Yeah, so
Well,
bad.
back in the day, I used to drive with my map, and I would
Yeah,
go like that.
I
you
just
know.
asked somebody in a convenience store. I'd pull over and I was like, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
trying to get here. Where do I go?" And they tell me then I'd stop at the next convenience store.
Yeah,
Miles down the road. It's like, "Hey, where do I go now?" And yeah, it's
I think a lot of the
Maps, but
divorce
if you,
happened during
look
that
long
time.
term,
yeah.
Don't you feel that there's a lot of divorces happen during the time where there's no GPS?
yeah, yeah.
You know,
I think a lot of
there's a lot
divorces
of problems.
happen now.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about it, Joe. And you be driving, you have Yvonne has the map, like, okay, and she's like,
No.
turn left, turn
Yeah.
left. Like, what?
If we could even figure out what we're looking at on the map,
I'll be like, what?
Yeah, what? Wait, where? Yeah, no, that'd be an instant pain right there.
God.
Yeah, I hate
That's
that.
one thing. I'm glad you pointed out. Thank God for GPS on the phone, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
amen. Because if not, I'll be
That's so
probably
lost. Yeah.
somewhere in Cambodia somewhere if I can drive.
Yeah, I know. And like we're at one time, me and some friends we were trying to drive to Dallas, and we ended up almost near Oklahoma. And
Well, at least you stay south.
yeah, we stayed that way, but it was like, and we're all like, man, I think we're like way too far. Like, it shouldn't take this long. Yeah, it was a long time ago before all that. But yeah, it was.
All right. It's going into almost 2 hours, almost two o'clock. I gotta get ready to work. So with that, Yvonne, next Sunday, I'll definitely will think about getting that thing for you. And Ron, that's for you too. If I can get Chip or Dan Parent to do a Black Widow, I asked them to do one. All right.
I think Chrissy Zulo will be there.
Who?
That would be a great Black Widow. Chrissy Zulo? You
What the
don't know her?
hell is that?
You don't know Chrissy Zulo? Oh, come on.
No.
She did those like the trick or treat DC like books.
Oh,
Right.
those cute animated type of thing. Is that what you want, Ron? You want cute Black Widow animated?
He's
He's like, yeah, sure
Yeah.
did. yeah, exactly.
Okay, Ron. I'm probably gonna forget this, so just
No,
text
it's okay.
me.
No,
No. DM me with her name, Christy. What?
Zulo.
Zullo. Zulo.
Zulo. Okay, I gotta write that down.
I can't believe you never heard of her.
There's a lot of artists out there.
And David,
that-
I want something
Not-
from J. Scott Campbell if you can find it. Give me a sketch from J. Scott. I'd appreciate that as well. If you're able to pull that one out of your bag.
Is this how you spell it, Zulo?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll try to find her, and but
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
well, at least I can do. I mean,
Oh, it's all right.
like I'm gonna be saving so much money not submitting anything to CGC this year. So, but the only thing will be in that Beckett. But other than that, me and my wife just gonna walk around, and she's. I'm glad she likes the con because if not, then
Does she really?
yeah, she loves it.
What does she like about it, though?
She likes the whole venue of just things to just
Variety, you can shop
yeah,
around.
Like
variety of
people
shirt.
watching.
Yeah, people watching and gadgets, and she always like.
Let's see if I can.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Let me follow you out. So
yeah.
Move it up a
Chrissy
little.
Zulo.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Her stuff is super
that's
cute.
really cool.
oh, Chrissy. Okay, Chrissy Zulo.
Chrissy Zulo. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, we have other stuff. I'm just saying, like, recently she did that series.
Well, the thing about Ron, that I'm gonna be there for one day, Sunday. They open at gate at 10. I gotta go back to work by 4, so I probably will be there for maybe 4 hours tops. So if I can squeeze all that with submitting and standing in line, I definitely will look for that Zulo. I have it in writing here on my Victoria's Secret free panty coupon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, it feels good. It feels comfortable. Yeah, so I'll try to get that thing done. And what else? I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Was there anything else that?
Well, we do have to talk about streaming and movies because they came out with the Fantastic Four cast, and
Yeah.
the guy that's playing Ben Grimm, the Thing,
Yeah.
he was on the Punisher series on Disney. He played Micro,
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
and he just recently won an Emmy Award for The Bear. So if you don't have Hulu, you got to watch The Bear. It's
I
such
heard
a
that was
great.
pretty good.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
I binge watched it twice. It was that good.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
There.
So if you get Hulu with Disney Plus, that's a great deal. My wife got that over the holidays, so we got both Hulu and Disney Plus. And David, I was telling you about that documentary on Hulu about Batman and Bill, where they talk about Bill Finger actually being the one who did most of the development of Batman, not just Bob Kane. Bob Kane took all the credit, but he wasn't the one who totally came up with the whole idea of the Batman universe. It was Bill Finger. And what was sad was Bob Kane had all the revenue and Bill Finger died a pauper. It was really sad.
Yeah.
It's almost like the same story when it comes to Apple. Who's the guy who took the credit for Apple?
Yeah.
But it was some other guy who actually engineered and designed that iPhone. Yeah. But this I can't remember the guy's name. But yeah.
But if you can get Hulu, go watch The Bear if you can, and watch that Batman and Bill documentary, and then watch Michael Keaton on Dope Sick. You would love that series. It's excellent.
There's another good show about. Did you see the one about Superman with Joe Shuster and Siegel?
I've not seen that one.
It's so good. It's got I got a lot of respect for
Neil Adams.
Neil Adams. Like,
is that on Netflix?
Basically.
Yeah, I got to go find that.
Yeah, it's really good, man. And just I gained so much respect for Neil Adams after that. Like what he did to like preserve their names and to put their names in the history books and stuff like that. And because they were getting messed over bad with that stuff, and weren't getting any credit for it, and they were broke and really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still a dick. He fucking didn't. I paid freaking premium for his freaking Batman Who Laughs like sketch done, and I gave the book to him and said, "Okay, come back in a couple hours. We'll text you and say, but you got to do me a favor. You got to take a picture with me." He's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll be here." So and so. Got a text. Went there with the CGC witness, very freaking whatever, and he wasn't there.
Yeah.
You're talking about Neil Adams.
Yeah, but talk about Neil. Like, God, when you tell me you're gonna be there, be there. Like, I paid like, I think I paid at the time was about $750.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. Yeah. Figured you want to take a picture with the guy who charged you $750.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
stuff's expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. So his wife was there. So I waited 10 minutes because she said that he went to use the, you know what, the Johns. I was there for 10 minutes. There was a no-show. Nobody take a crap for over 10 minutes. I think he was just avoiding me for taking a picture with me.
Yeah.
Sounds like it, David.
Yeah. I mean, rest in peace, the guy, but still, fucking cheat me out of a photo.
I should have just taken a picture with his wife. And
Yeah.
No, the wife is.
it's Neil Adams' wife. I got a picture with Neil Adams' wife while he was taking
Mrs.
it down.
Adams.
That's a good
Mrs.
story.
Adams, like,
Yeah.
like went
That's
to
a better story, David. I took a picture with Neil Adams' wife while he was taking it down.
yeah.
That's a better story, man.
Mr. Adams, I'm here to take a photo with you.
You owe me a photo.
I'll be on the next booth looking down and like, hey, Mr. Adams.
I know you're in there.
But yeah. Oh, hey, did you order that that Adam Hughes that what
The
was
Black
that?
Widow.
No, not the Black Widow. That was God, what was that? Mistress of the Night. Who's that?
Oh, Elvira.
Elvira?
Elvira.
Hmm.
We didn't get that one.
There is
But
a there's a Hawkeye Black Widow coming out with Adam Hughes on it, but
Oh yeah. Ooh.
it's like $4, but I
Pre-order. Buy now.
pre-order. Yeah.
Yeah, but you believe that cover for the Elvira that Adam Hughes done? It was actual commission piece he had done for someone. So
That's
somebody
crazy.
actually has the original, like,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's so
That's
crazy.
cool.
That is awesome, actually.
Yeah.
yeah.
How much would you pay for that, David?
Oh no, I got it for $30.
No, I mean for the original. What would you pay for the original? If you,
Oh,
if you,
man.
if you walked up to Adam Hughes and said, "Can you do me original?" How much would you pay him for that?
Maybe about $750 to $1,000.
His stuff
Wow.
is expensive.
Expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
But there is one that Adam Hughes done was a Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Mary Jane with the Spider-Man, whatever, and the dude is selling it. He listed for $20,000.
God. That's more than both my cars combined.
Yeah, 20,000. So imagine now this commission actually made a cover for, even though it's a store exclusive, whatever it is.
Wasn't the Spider Gwen 1 in 100? That was originally a commission as well that
Yeah.
they did to cover.
Wow, really?
Mhm.
I did not know that. So somebody actually has that original commission piece.
Mhm.
Dang.
See, that would cost at least about $5,000-$6,000, don't you think?
Probably.
I guess with color, if it's black and white, it's cheaper, right?
I think when they do, when you submit your pre-order commission pieces, I think it's all colored. I know that Adam Hughes does the lining and sometimes he does the coloring, but his wife actually does some of the coloring as well too. So I don't know, but I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I ordered 2 books. I mean, and I checked on the secondary market; they're selling for like $55-$60 already. So I'm thinking about just listing one and get my money back and get one book for free. I don't know. Or maybe just put that in my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, along with some other hundreds of shit books that I can't sell.
You're A-okay.
So, I we talked about this, but Sunday is okay with you guys during this time, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only reason I made a different group chat on the IG so that I can just send that link to that one and use the other chat as for just sending stupid wheels that I send you guys.
Yeah, you sent some pretty good You sent some pretty good clips.
Yeah. How the time? Like, what are you watching?
I'll be like watching TV, and she'll just sit there and she'll just start laughing her butt off. I'm like, what's happening? And she goes, you got to look at this. And then I'm like,
were you the one who sent the one where the princesses are fighting Snow White versus Cinderella? Was that you?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That was hilarious.
Isn't it?
It's
I don't know. It's just somehow I don't know what my algorithm is for IG, but some stupid, like I get people like playing their thing, and then you get like a 1/100th of a second of them wearing that lingerie, and my wife thinking, "What the hell are you watching?" No, it's not me. It's just random because I'll be watching, I'll be laughing.
totally random.
You scroll up and I'll get in trouble.
Totally random, babe. I haven't looked at any of this
It's
crap.
totally random. It is. It's a total
Yeah,
random.
yeah, I know. There's all
But
kinds
that
of-
wheel, I would just watch. Like, what the hell is this about? And like, oh shit. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Hey, talking about wheels, did you know that Facebook and just Meta itself? Later, telling you, man. The Meta, I guess the founder of Facebook and Instagram are being sued, having a civil lawsuit by the government because they purposely knew the contents they are putting on their thing is not good for the minors that they will.
We've known that for a while now.
Yeah,
So it's not
Yeah.
a secret. You know.
No, but it's just funny knowing what it would do to this young people like mine like me
Yeah.
that I would get sucked into, and they knew it and they did research on it and knowing about it, and they still went and do it.
Yeah.
Now the government is asking all this document, they did all this research, but I just kind of want to see how that thing ends. But I think it was just kind of crazy that the world we live in, and with this corporate and stuff. So
Well, the big outcome is that kids are isolated, lonely, and they're just stuck on their phone. So there's a lot of mental health issues now. They don't know how to
Really bad.
talk to people. It's kind of sad because that's all they do. They do stuff on TikTok, Instagram, or whatever, and they just forget about how to be, other people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How to cope with anything, how to deal with people, like all kinds of just sad, man.
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, because what you see in social media isn't reality.
No, it's
not.
garbage.
It's all makeup. I mean,
Yeah, it's all made up.
like 90% of the stuff is already scripted.
Yeah.
Same like Facebook. It's like all these couples that are gushing about each other. They're like the ones.
Yeah. It's like, I understand you want to show off what your lifestyle is, what you do, but I mean, don't. And the people that who actually follows them and thinking, "Wow, you're living such a glamorous life."
Yeah.
It's like believe only 90% of it, or take it as a grain of salt. I mean, just enjoy, but don't get infatuated by it.
Yeah.
Every time when somebody shows AF-15, I'm like, "Fuck you," like.
Yeah.
Like I get into my deep thoughts, like this fucking. I'm sure that's not a fucking 5.0. That's a fucking.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
No, that's just my jealousy, my personal jealousy that I should have bought that book a while ago. I keep putting it off, and now it's just to a point where do I really want it now? Because I don't know. Even though I buy a 1.8, is it a really 1.8?
Listen, David, you take all that money, you could buy so many cool, hard to find limited edition field notes.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? The thing
Acrylic
is,
boxes, David.
garage
Think about how
sale-
many acrylic boxes you could buy with that.
yeah.
A lot. Yeah. A lot of acrylic boxes.
All right, that's food for thought, you guys. Whoever's watching this on the rewind and watching, if you made it all the way to here, guys, that's food for thoughts. There's a lot more things you can buy than an AF-15 and a 5.0.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey,
Right.
thanks again. I guess we'll do this in 2 weeks, or if it's in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
whatever.
The time is great, and
Sure.
my wife is very understanding that my view count has gone down, so I told her that I have to do it. So
I think ours has been the same for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
we
We also don't post.
we
a
don't
lot,
post anything.
so-
Right? We just kind of get on here and chat every once in a while. We don't post.
yeah.
anything. We don't
Yeah.
care about our views, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Less views are better, you know.
If
Yeah.
we,
Actually, I think Drescher Richard had just posted a recent comic book haul for his recent find on Copper Age, Bronze Age, and then also in Golden Age. I think he was saying.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna check that out and as well too. So I think the next post will be after what I come back from Emerald City Comic Con,
Hmm.
and I got a lot of those comic book highlight, those half-assed done videos, which I'm kind of running out of books to show because that's pretty much it. I think I'll just stop at 50. I'm at 36 right now.
But you got so many other stuff. You got figures, you got cards. You
No, I'm done with figures. Fuck. After
Yeah.
that, it's the whole ordeal. Like, God,
do your acrylic cases. Go show off those.
I
This
got.
one will
you know
fit
what?
this
Talking
figure, but
about
not this
acrylic
one.
cases. Let me show you this one that I got. Jeez,
Here.
it's humongous. You see, that's
Ooh.
Okada.
Dang.
So Macy's had a deal on a Pokemon. Okay,
Wow.
so
You have got your
buy now because
Yeah, you got your fingers and everything, man. Yeah.
So I bought it now for $95, thinking that it will have some type of a great value. Then I reached out to Richard and say, "Hey, what do you think about so and so about this particular Pokemon?" And he's like, "Oh, you want to get the Japanese version because the American version is overprinted." I'm like, "Fuck, thanks a lot." But so I bought this at Macy's.
Oh.
Okay. For $95. Then I'm thinking, oh, I gotta get an acrylic case for that. So I got myself an acrylic case with the snap top and stuff, and I paid fucking $45 for the case for $95. The value will not go up in price.
Yeah.
So this is just more for decoration now.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah,
Well,
it's pretty cool.
You never know. In 20 years, you never know.
In 20 years, Ron, I'll be close to about 80 years old. So I don't know. I don't know if I will be surviving that long.
It'll pay for one
All I know
night.
is that, I got a cool acrylic cases on a Pokemon,
That's awesome.
on a Scarlet and Violet 151 Ultra Premium Collector, which has the matte and all this damage point and so and so and so. And and for later to find out, Richard tell me that it's overprinted.
Yeah.
So there's many out there.
Yeah.
Along with local.
So I should
Even-
get one.
Huh?
So I should
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah, so if don't buy premium, guys. If
Yeah.
it's under $90, buy it now. And I just the funny thing is that I just got another email from Macy saying, "Oh, great deal on this Pokemon on the same thing for $115 now." So they raised it by $20 more. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You did good.
Yeah. I did okay.
You did good.
You did okay.
you for half the case.
All right, guys. Until next time, we'll see you
right.
again. Thanks.
See you later.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
Right.